Hello everyone, it's Trace Face coming to you after work here, sitting on my porch, trying to get in the last few weekends, nights that I have to spend on my porch. And in my pajamas already because it's a little bit cool out tonight. Tonight's message that I strongly was getting an urge to deliver to all of you is narcissism, a life of living hell. So what does this look like? Guys, for the narcissist, they are in a life of living hell. Okay, they are waking up every single day and they are in repeat. They are doing evil things that are creating hell for them. It is hell on earth for the narcissist. Hello, Wes from Australia. Thanks for joining me. And so each and every day that they go on with their narcissism and they are looking about routes and ways to continue their narcissism, to find people that will allow them to live this life of hell with them. It is just that, you guys. It is living hell. And mark my words, in time, your life has turned into a living hell by keeping people like this in your life or allowing them to get away with the things that they're getting away with. So let's dive into this topic a little bit more and what it feels like to actually be a narcissist. Now, think about it, guys. Every day that they wake up, they are plotting, planning, scheming. They are figuring out what they have to do to, every single thing in their life is a transaction for them. It's a transaction. It's a sale. It's how do I fool this person? It's getting away with things. It's sneaking around. It's making sure that you don't get caught. It's full of lies. And lies are evil. And just like the Royal We had a video out a few nights ago, really great. You guys should check it out. I think it's called Lies. Kevin is talking about that lies breed evil. And that is the absolute God's honest truth. Lies create more lies and create more evil. So think about it. This is their day. They're thinking about, how can I get people interested in me? How many women or men can I pick up today? How many women or men can I get to look at me? And for some of them guys, they're interested in they're interested in, they're bothys. They want everyone looking at them. They'll go to bed with anyone. And this all comes out in time, as you'll see that a lot of the narcissists are actually bisexual. They are just into who is into them. Who bought what I was selling today, and how do I keep up this charade with as many people as possible until I die? So every single day for them, you guys, is living hell. Okay, they are sinning. They are sinners at heart. They enjoy doing things that are wrong. They enjoy doing things and getting away with those things and hoping, the more that they got away with that day is how they go to sleep at night with a little smirk on their face, and they sleep sound, you guys. They sleep sound. They're not tossing and turning for hours before they get to sleep. Narcissists go to sleep like babies. Many of them snore really loudly. But what happens, you guys, is through time, exactly, Todd. I love your comments. They just make me laugh. But through time, your world has become a living hell. Your world, you don't even realize, has become sorry, Todd's comments just crack me up. Your world has become uh, is revolving around their world, and you don't even see it. But everything you do now is about what they're doing. You're waiting for the next thing that they're going to do. You're waiting for, the next milk to spill, the carpet to be ripped from under you, the next lie you're going to find out, the next person that they're hitting on under your nose, the next time that they want to come home and verbally abuse you or physically abuse you. I did too, Todd. I used to do the same thing because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how loud the snoring could actually get. I mean, it was like, talk about hell on earth. You can't even sleep. They take away your sleep. They don't even allow you to sleep. So now you are living in this hell on earth. And the worst part, guys, if you are still with your narcissist and you're watching this video right now, please listen to what I have to say, please. If there's nothing, if there's anything else I can possibly do, is I want to get you guys to understand this. It gets worse and worse and worse and worse as the minutes, the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years go on. And I'm not making this up, guys. You think you can battle it out with your narcissist? You think you're going to hang in there and watch them heal? You think that you're going to allow them to continue cheating on you and somehow, some way you're going to get them back the way it was in the beginning? They're going to be all about you. And if you are identifying with what I'm talking about on my channel, and that you have a person that experiences no empathy, no remorse, is entitled, is grandiose, is selfish beyond measures, selfish to the core of their being, is rude to you, nasty to you, triangulates you with other people, projects their behaviors of what they're doing onto you. They're cheating, so they're making it seem like you're cheating. If you have any of this stuff going on within your situation with the person that I'm talking about that's in your life right now and doing this to you, you have got to get out, because your life is going to be a living hell. And for some people, this living hell continues long, long after the narcissist is gone. And that's the worst part. They've already hurt you beyond measures, beyond words describing that they've hurt you, and then they continue to hurt you. And some of this stuff, you guys, some of this stuff, everybody here in this community can and will heal. Mark my words on that too. Everybody in this community can and will heal from this. But for some of us, and for some people, it takes that much longer. That is why, do not spend any more time with this person in your life, you guys. If you're allowing your narcissist to abuse you, remember, lies are abuse. So if you're allowing them to abuse you, project, triangulate, treat you like a slave, cheat on you, if you're allowing any of this, you guys, you're going to hell with them. You're right in hell with them. It is a life of living hell on earth. I have a friend. I don't think she's going to mind me talking about this. Obviously, I don't use names. She's been involved. This is her third time with a narcissist. She wasn't she wasn't raised in this kind of environment. All right. She got involved with the wrong person at a very young age, and she continued a pattern. She went where she knew. They say you go where you know. So unfortunately, if you had a really bad thing happen to you in a relationship early on in your life, a lot of times you tend to not even realize that that's what you knew as your first relationship, and you're back at it for the second and the third. So, you know, some people have been doing this kind of pattern their whole lives. And so when I met her, now going back a few years ago, we had worked together. I remember her telling me what was going on with her husband. And I told her, I said, as God is my witness, you need to get out. You need to get out for you, and you need to get out for your son, because he is dangerous. And if he's even talking this way, he's going to act out on it. Well, he did. He did. And he's in jail. And she is so, this is the word, because this is what happens. She is so brainwashed by what he has done to her that she's worried about him being in jail for what he did. And let me tell you something. That SOB belongs in jail. He did this to himself. He put himself there. He did it. It's nobody else's fault. This is his karma. And this needs to be her wake-up call for her and her son, because he was plotting and planning their murder. And this is what will happen, you guys. These people are not playing with a full deck. They're not. And they will go to those extremes. Yes. Yes. You have to think this way. I'm sorry. You have to protect yourself, and you have to get yourself out of living hell. You know, it goes that far for some of them. And you know, I'm gonna go right out there and say, if they're lying to you, I'm gonna say this right now. If they're lying to you, if they're doing any of the things I've been talking about on my channel, they're capable of doing these kinds of things to you. They're capable of getting together with some other creep and plotting and planning your death to get you out of the picture. Listening to what happened made me sick to my stomach, because I knew it. And did you guys just see that? I was just about to say, by the blessing of Jesus Christ, and my YouTube was done. By the blessing of Jesus Christ is why she's still alive and her son is still alive. So if the reconnecting keeps happening here with Satan and the electronic ways in which they try to shut us up, I will do this video again about the dangers of narcissism that not many channels are talking about, because it is the truth. And Jesus Christ does exist. And Lucifer does exist. And it is very real. And he has these people under his thumb. He is operating with these people. He is helping these people. He is aiding these people to be the narcissistic, evil people that they are. They're going around all day. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What can I gain? How can I look? How can I just get? How can I be noticed? How can I get attention? How can I get money, power, control over everybody and everything in my life? How? What do I have to do? Who did all that? Who did all that? Satan himself. So don't be foolish to this, you guys. It is a deeper and much greater of an operation than anybody is talking about or really believing at this point. But that is the truth. It is a life of living hell. If you don't get these people out of your life, you will be living in it. Period. And I know you guys are with me on this. I know you are. I know that many of you have opened your eyes to this demonic realm that is really occurring and really what it's doing to other people and how much it's affecting people. All right? But the way we're going to stop it, you guys, is to not tolerate it. That's it. There's no more tolerating this behavior. Someone lies to you, get them out. Someone puts you down, they're out of there. Someone abuses you, get them out. No. The reason that they keep doing it and it keeps going on is because somebody else at the end of the line is allowing them to do it. You have to say no. No. No more. I'm done. Goodbye. Let them live their life in that hellish repeat over and over and over. Let them do it. You don't have to be a part of it. Don't worry about what's going to happen to them. They're not worried. They're already living in hell. And that is the truth. That's the first way we're going to put an end to this. The second is that we have to continue to spread this awareness to everybody in this community and more people. More people. Share the videos. Share this information everywhere you possibly can about narcissism and what it's doing to people, what it's doing to children, what it's doing to innocent children. No child should have to go through a narcissistic parent. No, that's where you should be drawing the line. Forget you, for your child. For your child. Put yourself out of the picture and think about the innocence of children being around this stuff. No. And if you are co-parenting right now, you are co-parenting with a narcissist, you have got to teach your child love. And in time, your child will get to an age that they're going to see that their parent is a narcissist. You have got to teach the child the light. You can't show them the darkness that the person you had the child with is showing them. You have to show them the light. You have to show them the goodness of this world. When they get to a certain age, they will see it. But you have to be that anchor for them. You have to be that beacon of hope for your child. You cannot put your children around this stuff. It has got to stop. If you don't have the right attorney, you don't have the right court system, you keep fighting until you get someone to understand. You record these people, you expose these people. They need exposure. The reason they keep doing this stuff is because they're getting away with it, because somebody is allowing it and somebody is not outing them on their behavior. You record them, you do whatever it is you have to do. So they stop it. All right? Nobody should have to live the life that they live. Nobody should, I'm going to say that again. Nobody should have to live the life that they're already living. Nobody. Life can be so beautiful. Life can be so full of success, which I believe true success is happiness and joy and freedom and peace and harmony and balance and all those things. Narcissists hate that just as much as they hate you. All right? So get out from the web. Get away and start living the life that God intended and created for you. You have one chance at this life. I could get in my car tomorrow and get into a car accident. Poof, the end of my life. Bye-bye. That's the reality. And you know what? You know what I'd say if that were the case? At least I had, let's see, you minus the years with the narc, all the other years of my life, I did experience pure joy. I did experience pure peace, happiness, love. I did. And I am right now. Sure, we all have bad days that we still have to deal with the leftovers of living in hell. But you know what? I tell hell to go to hell, because that's where that all belongs. The fiery pits of nonsense and baloney and caca. I know that you guys like when I use that word, so that's what it's all about. And you know what? As we laugh about it, it really gets to a point, you guys, that it's really not funny. And your life is at stake. So please keep that all in mind, you guys. I'm going to leave it open for a few more minutes. If the reconnecting garbage goes on again, if we start talking about God and Satan, we know what it is. But if you guys have some questions for me, I'm going to leave it open for a few more minutes. I'd like to hear what you have to say. I haven't really been able to look at what you guys have been saying, because I've been so I was so into this message tonight. So so lay it over thick. What do you got for me? Spoiled brat narcopaths. Yeah. Yes, and it is key. Do your dreams seem to change as your recovery has been progressing? Good question, Todd. Satan hasn't really been able to get me lately in real life, so he still tries to get me in dreams. But what I have noticed is if I forget to pray before I go to bed, oh yeah. And, and Jesus shows me this every time. You have to say prayers, you guys, before you go to sleep. It's so important, especially in this community, with the abuse you've endured, with the way you're trying to recover from this abuse. You really do have to say prayers, ask God for what it is that you're looking for, what it is you need, and you ask him for peaceful dreams, and and to keep the bad dreams away from you. And you will seem to notice if there's more warfare going on, where you're literally praying to him and you're still getting this. You might need to do something like we're doing on Monday, which is like a prayer and fast, to try and shed this negativity and this darkness out of your house, out of your mind, out from you. These kinds of things can really help. Also, I would suggest getting you can order little statues of Padre Pio, Saint Christopher. I think it's Saint Christopher was the one that fought Satan, and those I know have been proven to. It was either Saint Christopher or Saint Michael, but I think it was Christopher. And those two statues have been known to protect you at night when you're sleeping. And you can put those two little statues that you can order online. You can just get little ones of them, and you put those in your room, and it really does work. If you're having bad dreams and bad nightmares, and it's been proven to work if you're walking in the spirit world, which I know many of us are. Have you ever noticed on Facebook narc abuse forums, there are so many people writing to complain about their boyfriend or girlfriend is a narc and asking strategies for coping or managing the narc. But I say get away. Yeah, you know, I used to be on some of those forums, you guys, and I kind of have found that they don't help you as you get to a certain part in recovery. They're not helping you anymore. Listening to somebody continue on the rat wheel. They're in the rat wheel and they're just going. They're just, you know, they're not listening to people's advice, and they're using it as a place to just complain, and it can kind of send you backwards or just not help you at all and be helpful in your recovery or healing process. And I would actually suggest that when you get to a certain point that you realize it's not helping you anymore, yeah, it's probably not very you know, helpful to you at that point. It's not going to be helpful to you. And I know exactly what you mean. And it seems to be just a lot of complaining. Yeah. And not a lot of like actions being made. I like the post where somebody's like, you know, this has been a year of like, look at my before and after photos. It kind of gives people hope. You know, when I was with the narcissist and what I look like, you know, a year later, or their progress, you know, stories, those are cool. But just to listen to that day in and day out or be reading it is kind of annoying and counterproductive to your healing. Let's see. Do you think it's mental illness or purely demonic, or is it both? Yeah, so you know, I have to say that maybe like 10 years ago or so, I was on board that it was psychology, it was psychological. It all made sense to me. But then I had very supernatural experiences happen to me while with the last two narcissists that I ended up with. And I didn't even realize that the second one, these things were pretty supernatural until I had the experiences with the third one. And then it was like, there's no denying it for me. And that's why I talk about this on my channel. And that is why I'm a true believer that that's what's going on here with these people. And I really do believe that they are aided in a supernatural realm. That is why you undeniably cannot, you cannot, all of us cannot deny that they all strategically act the same. All right? Strategic. And that to me cannot be explained in psychology. As a matter of fact, psychologists and that world has recently come out and said, we don't actually know what we thought we knew. We have more studying to do on this. So they're literally finally coming out and saying, yeah, us calling this a personality disorder, gee, I don't know about that. And you're actually seeing more and more channels talking about what I'm talking about. You're seeing more and more of it. So I think that a lot of people are realizing or have had these supernatural experiences and realizing that something else is at play here for sure. And so that's where I'm coming from. And that's why I never actually went back to school and got a master's in psychology and went that route of counseling, because something told me that it didn't make sense. Oh boy, gang stalking. I could do a whole nother video on gang stalking. So yeah, this is a real thing. This is a real thing going on right now in this world, in our society. You know, it's like a mob. It's a mob. It's, to me, a legion of demons that are inside these people. And they're coming after you. And, you know, like in high school, there was, you know, all these kids would gang up on one person kind of a thing. And just for the hell of it, for the entertainment purposes of it. Yeah, this is like what they call gang stalking. And it's a real thing that's going on in our world, where evil people are getting together and targeting a victim and going after that victim and making their life miserable, and they're getting off on it. So instead of it just being one narcissist to the target, it's a legion of them. It's a group of them, group of demons inside these people have gotten together, and they are trying to make your life miserable because they're getting a rise and they're getting off on, number one, getting away with it. Number two, making your life a living hell. Yes, it is a real thing, unfortunately. But I do want to say this. I do want to say this. There is some other thing that can happen to targets of narcissism. And that is that you can become so paranoid, all right, from what has already happened to you, that your mind has become so warped and brainwashed that some of the things you are imagining. And so that's why, like, if you're not sure, and it's been a long time that you've been around these kind of characters, and now all of a sudden you think that this one's a narc, this one's a narc, or this one's following me home, or this person online is doing this or doing that, you need to make sure that you somehow are documenting things, are recording things, are getting a camera, a hidden camera, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're protecting your own mental health at this point, because that kind of stuff can actually happen. That you get so paranoid, and it's the reality, because you've been used to so much drama and having your reality and your truths taken away from you, that now you're fighting to get that back in your life. So so just be aware of that too, that can happen. All right. So guys, thank you so very much for joining me this evening. I'm glad that people are awake tonight with me, or getting up. If you're in Australia or you're in another country, well, you're not just getting up. I think Australia is like, what, halfway through the day already. But it's good to see you guys, and I am starting this prayer and fasting group. Everyone has already signed up. We start on Monday. It's going to go for 10 days. We'll be praying for all of you. If you do have certain things that you are trying to shed from your life, you're trying to get off of you, even if it's just the narcissist and the thoughts of the narcissist and the obsessive thoughts, please leave that for me down in the comments, so that I can make sure I write down your name, even if it's just your screen name for YouTube, what it is you want us to pray for, so I can keep this on a list that I'm doing with my prayer and fasting group. If you are interested, depending on your time zone, I might actually have a few slots available, but I'm not sure, because again, it does depend on your time zone, in the times that we're going to be doing these calls, and getting the help that we need to break free of demonic strongholds, of addictions, obsessive thoughts, and anything else we're trying to shed from our lives. Okay? So thanks again. I'm Trace Face, and it's time we all face the truth together.